Well, the mainly golf show. I am twigged joined by once again the Sticky Bandits. It's Home Alone season, so obviously the dynamic duo of Hep and Marv might actually have a stick their hand in and get a few gold coins out this week. We can only live in hope. We are here to preview three wonderful golf tournaments this year. For some reason, Rory McIlroy is down under for the Australian PGA Championship. Um, maybe I don't know. Maybe he had tickets for Perth and thought, hey, I think I should actually play some golf rather than watch England play cricket. Scottie Scheffler should win the Hero World Challenge. Um, there's not much else to say on that, and it's also the Nedbank. It's the start of the South African swing, which has generally been the point of either great joy and utter despair for myself over the last few years. I remember once, do you remember? I was top of the DraftKings leaderboard entering a delay for something like lightning. I think 2, 3 years ago, took George swimming, come back, and Rasmus Højgaard shot five over. Tristan Lawrence shot five over. I've gone from leading to like tied 45th. I think I
Just
backed them both
there,
as
is it?
well. That was unbelievable. Think of how do I lose it? Yeah, I don't want to take a forecast. I'll take a winner at a tied fourth. Oh, golf is hard. Anyway, it's time to bugle Sam Valimaki. 50 to 1, I think, winner for the podcast 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 50s, yeah. And then
2.5 points each way.
you had Nico Echeverria as well, place. Like
Thank you very much. I mean, do you
five
want to give us an
points as well.
updated
It's
lead up?
got to
I
be our
mean,
best
profit for
leader.
the.
Oh,
I mean, it gets not fucking hard. It's the best of the previous year. Am I in profit for the year now?
well, I had to start again because I got rid of the old laptop. So yeah, you're in
Oh,
profit for a bit. Marv's letting the
uh,
team down all of a sudden.
to be fair, from the six collective tips last week, or 2 weeks ago, Max McGreevy second. Um, I put up the winner and I tied. I think Mark, you had a place as well, right? Who did you have?
I think
Oh no, you had the guy Lee Thorne Bjornsson was
Thorpe,
the favourite
yeah,
entering
he
that
he
there.
might have just
He
ended up
I
felt
think he
outside
snuck
of
a
the
place.
places, but he was, yeah, he kind of threw it away. Really, he was in the mix, one even to win it on the last day, but yeah,
Between the four of us to have the winner and four of the six places at the top 10. It's not a bad, it's not a bad effort, which tells me the moral of the story is to go for lower grade golf, which is why we're going to have a look at the Nedbank Championship down in South Africa this week. I love shit DP World Golf because that's where we excel in terms of knowing who to avoid, who to play, who the ball jobs. Victor Hovland is an interesting runner this week. Max Homer's probably the only person who's flown in the last 5, 6 years. Had a pretty small class. I think that was when Max was having his good run. He was about 8 to 1, 10 to 1 favorite, and he won by 4 shots. Him and I want to say JT were there doing the safaris, going through the wildlife, etc. Bit more wide open this year. Victor Hovland 7 to 1. Marco Page looked absolutely spent in Dubai 2, 3 weeks ago for the season finale. When losing out for the Order of Merit to Rory McIlroy. Christian Bazooka now is constant. He's one of those that ex that won't leave you alone. The one that got away. I think we've got over Bezzy at this point. Gary Higo, a three-time winner of the PGA Tour. I'll be honest, but it's a wide open field. Marv, am I right thinking you don't have an opinion on South Africa? You just want to look at Scottie Scheffler this week.
I'll be honest, I don't really have much of an opinion on the Nedbank. No,
Do
I
you
don't really.
know who
I don't
Dan
know.
Brad? I'm going to say pick some random names. You know who Dan Bradbury is.
You see, if Angel Iora was actually a price for at least just to consider the place element, I'd throw him in because I saw him in Dubai, but he's 18 to 1. I mean, that's horrific. The
Yeah,
guys, he might have a lot of talent, but from what I saw, he was wild, absolutely
his ass,
wild.
his ass completely went anyway. He
Yeah.
played with Rory, I think, for the third round in
So
Dubai.
as you say, I don't know. Is it Nick Taylor's there? Usual PGA Tour player. There's the odd one, but no, I might as well.
what type of course is it? Is it bombers? Is it?
I think it's a past 70. It's long, but it's not. So it's a past 72. So it's 7,800 yards. So yeah, you need to be long. But
Wow, that is a long course. Unless the ball travels a lot further
In
for whatever
altitude,
reason.
they have the high altitude there. So you need to be. I mean, if you look at previous winners, right, Johan Vehm was quite long comparative for the tour. Um, Lee West was only a few times. I think Westy won, didn't he? He rolled back the years in 2018. It was like such a big way. Fleet was won this twice, like Thomas. So not you don't have to be like super super long. It's more being quite long and straight off the tee, and then just not being a complete idiot. They'll have is it the Kikuya rough, which that I'm sure Tony Johnson always likes to bring up on commentary. The Kikuya, you get a little bit of the bounce on commentary. Um, the longest player who will be playing here this week is Aldric Odgidier, who broke his duck last year on tour. I think I played him about 40 to 1 when he won. Um, Pretty sure he did. He's easily the longest, and he should have won this 12 months ago. He was still a rookie. He was still a 20-year-old. He was three clear on the turn. He got to a par three. Do you know how you remember? How do you remember these stupid holes in golf? He gets there with a three-shot lead, entering the turn. He ends up in the bunker. He hits his second shot to another bunker. Hits his third, it's like out off the green, and then ends up like four. But he ends up making trouble bogey out of nowhere. And he's a 20-year-old. He's a South African big tournament. He's an arse goes. He ends up managed to sneak into a playoff and loses like a 4 or 5 way playoff. But for him to be even in that position, um, have the complete collapse and still hang in there, immediately tells me like the guy was a fantastic, from a character perspective, one to follow. And that's why I kind of followed him all last year. So the fact he did that, and he's about 66-80 to 1 last year, he came with a big reputation. He's still 30. How could he be 33 to 1? He's a PGA Tour winner. He's a prodigy. He's a bomber on a long course. I just think everything's set up for him this week. And I mean, I mean, what do you want? What do you want to talk about 365? Just tell me what you want to do it.
just open a new one in Mannon's name, it'll be fine.
I mean, we both know that we'll end up in the bespoke kitchen funds rather than the tweak CVC stash at Oasis funds, which I'd rather stick in my input. High altitude in South Africa. Tell me what you would immediately jump off the page and have a look at.
Or scrolling through, picked out another big hit in South African, Christo Lamprecht, who was leading the
Yeah,
opener
that's six as
first
well.
round a couple of
Yeah,
years ago. The teenager, absolute. Yeah, well, he's a big skinny lad. He's like
that's
6'5",
6'5", isn't it? Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh,
If it's going to be a Bombers course, then that guy hits it a fucking mile and at 55 to 1 for top 5 places. He's probably a bit young. He's probably not going to get in there, but to be honest, I've not got much knowledge of this, so he's going to be the first one I pick out. Just going off there's got to be a South Africa that wins it, and he's going to be a Bomber that wins it, and he ticks both boxes. So
just to echo those comments I had there. Only two South Africans have won this tournament in the last 20 years. So
that's Justin Harding. Doesn't he always win this?
No, that's the South African. He came close.
Isn't it?
He's never been anywhere near really the Nedbank. Harding's a long T2 guy, very good with the. It's not the anchor point, you know what I mean. That type of point to it. The other one that immediately stood out to me was Tristan Lawrence, who hits it a mile. I know Marv, I made a joke saying Tristan Lawrence in the week's too big, and Marv goes, "Hey, has he actually lost some weight? Then fair play to him." But Tristan Lawrence, the fact he was trying to juggle both toes last year. He's one of those that got his toe card from finishing top 10 of the DP World Tour. Didn't work out for him. I think he struggled, obviously, like a horse up in grade. He's back in the Campbell waters this week. I'm pretty sure when I was all in on him, I think here 2-3 years ago, he was about 16-8 favourite. I don't think he's got any worse than that time. He's just been playing against better players, so he shouldn't be 40 to 1. Like Podgite, 33s and Tristan Lawrence 41. I'd be staggered if you back the both each way and lose money this week.
Where are you getting
I'm
fives?
I'm adamant on that. It is insane. And again, people are prices up not knowing anything about the golfers or the conditions of the course or there's like Victor Hovland being Victor Hovland 32 favourite. Like on his day, he's very, very good. I don't think the course will suit him, but you never know what you're going to get. I think Victor's probably there because he's sponsored by Nedbank. He'll have to do a lot of appearances in the week. He's giving his sponsors that pay. Doesn't give a shit, right? He's part of the Ryder Cup winning team, winding down for the year. I think did he play in the Dubai end of the year tournament? I think he finished in Norway. Like Victor switched off on him. Like he'll be back at the start. He'll be starting in February. He'll be aiming for the players and probably the Masters and mate. Like this is not the tour for Victor Hovland. But Gitia and Tristan Lawrence lump.
You see, if I threw one name at you, Thorbjorn Olsen, what would you say to that, Twig?
I don't think he's long. I like Thorbjorn. He's been inconsistent this year. He's another one that he's been trying to juggle both codes. He won, I think, 2-3 times. I think he won, 2-3 times at the DP World Tour last year. Got his toe guard. He came back from a bit of a band in it because he got drunk and pissed on some trolley dollies on a flight. Whether it's his up for him.
Because
the other one that's probably fairly priced, but sure, Gary Higo, who does really well in shitter events in America. I think he won the Punta Cana, he won the Barracuda, where they end up being like 26, 2700 bombers courses, birdie fests. He should do well. He went on a purple patch here about 3-4 years ago to get his PGA Tour card, and he won twice and finished like in the top 10 on this like swing, like a 21, 22-year-old. Gary Higo was probably the one that thought to beat. Betty, too short, too inconsistent, not long enough comparative to the course. But I cannot get over the prices of Bucky and Lawrence.
Well, that's
I'm regretting having all these balls.
Olsen, if what would you without looking at the odds, what do you think Olsen should be? Bearing in mind the last 2 years,
2025.
Yeah, the last 2 years he's finished 5th and then 3rd, but he's 14-1.
Too short. Yeah, I mean he's a good player. It's just too short comparative to his actual. When I'm going through these, this is like from working with Charlie, right? The old trading team with Bet Victor. You come up with a tissue of what prices people should be. In my head, Lawrence should be about 16s and Bodke should be about the same price. Probably I'd put Alfred a little bit shorter. Victor probably the favourite, maybe about 12-1. He got 12s. But like some of the prices there, like just ridiculous. Angela Yara should not be 16-1. Marco Penge hits it a mile. So I understand why he's as short as he is. I just think he looked absolutely burnt out in Dubai. He's had a great year, right? He's got his PGA Tour cards. Happy days. Just sign off for the end of the year now. Have a good Christmas. Yeah, I mean, put your feet up. And you're going to Pebble Beach, you're going to the Players. You've got some great tournaments to have a look at. I don't think he starts playing this tournament or playing tournaments in South Africa. Probably just want to get away from the house for a few weeks. Come back for a nice roast and watch a bit of racing at Kent. You can. And there's also a Christmas shopping. You want to go to the garden centre the weekend? You know what? I'm off there then. I'll see you in a couple of days. So not for me. But I understand why he's as short as he is. But yeah, Jaden Shaper. I can't believe he's as short as he is. Jaden Shaper's a South African guy. Hits it. While he's like a bit of a prodigy. Him and Justin Lawrence. So he's one of a few South African kids who've come with a big reputation, but he's not good enough compared to Tish Price. Chris O'Reilly times does really well. The last round of tournaments, Hai Tong Lee's got his PGA Tour card. This is like one of the last few tournaments on the DP World Tour. Laurie Cairns is an interesting one because he's just signed again for living. Having got his PGA Tour card. Got his PGA Tour card and told him to fuck off. I'm off to live.
Do you still wear your live hat?
1, 2. I've not worn my live hat since. It's a really shit. $40 for €40. Like, it's a really shit hat. I think you've got to be like a
It was the DJ team.
yeah. That was such a bad day, wasn't it? Really. All those people have been involved around. You know, they go back to shit again.
It's great day.
I mean, good hot dogs. I remember it was a good hot dogs and a good nap.
The one that's really far down there, really fallen from it. Adrian Maronka 80s, obviously a big hit in pole. Had a torrid time on live. Maybe he's given up, but you know why come out down here if he's given up? But a couple of years ago, if he was 80s,
he needs ranking points.
You know.
He kind of threw his toys out the problem, didn't he? He was overlooked as a pick for the Ryder Cup in 2023.
Yeah.
So I went, fuck him, going to live. How's that worked out for you, Adrian? Not good.
Has he been relegated from live?
No, he wasn't. No.
It can't be as bad as Sergio, like giving up, paying his fines, hoping he get picked as a captain's picking. Yeah, right, thanks, Sergio. Oh, you wait, pal.
Sergio.
I retire. How dare you overlook me? No, he pulled out of the Irish Open, didn't he?
Yeah.
What a silly cup.
Put Sergio in that team. Oh, joke.
Would you put Sergio in for? Maybe Rasmus qualified automatically, didn't he?
So, yeah, exactly. So,
everyone else played well. Stick him in for Fitzy. Fitzy did all right.
No, Fitzy was playing great.
Yeah, your Rose was a captain's pick. Brilliant. Imagine that the mindset of Sergio Garcia. I think. I mean, I'm the pal. I'm the Sergio.
Of course,
gotta pick me, lads. Right. Anyway, so my tips this week. Nobody wants to hear you two. I only tip winners. 2.5 points each way. I'll drink Portia. 33 to 1. 2.5 points each way. Tristan Mounts 40 to 1.
Where are you getting this 40s from, man? There's no 40s on the board.
It's on odds checker.
33s.
Oh, wait. Tristan. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the wrong one. Oliver Lind.
Yeah.
What GTA 30s, Lawrence 33s. It was 33, Jay. Just been cut.
Yeah, bullshit. I'll give you the 33s.
Yeah, Bodgi was 33s. I was looking at the wrong one for Tristan Lawrence.
Marv, who are you going for?
10 points win on Scottie Scheffler, yeah. Easy money. Scottie dominance. Bitcoin dominance, Scottie dominance.
If I had to go someone in for the Nedbank, I'd probably just jump on the Pagita train. I think Twig seems to have sold that quite well, to be honest. But yeah, in America, Scottie Scheffler, the last 2 years he's won this tournament. The 2 years before that, I finished second. I think he's won by 6 last year, won by 3 the year before. I've seen far worse 6-4 shots. So, when you see the second favourite, I think is Bob McIntyre. I mean, yeah. What's more to say? I think it's a very, very, very fair price.
So just 10 win on Scottie.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep it simple. Whether there be prices out there for winning margins, I will just have a quick check, but I doubt it because it's not that big of an event, is it?
I'll have all of it.
There doesn't look to be anything, but
I like it. Nice and simple. It's worked in the past. I think most times we've just said, "Oh, just go Scottie." It seems to pay off.
You see, you could try and get a bit creative and just think, well, if Scottie's going to be that good, will he just go wire to wire and he'll be leading after the first round, and you go that because he is 4 to 1 to be leading after the first round. So if he leads after the first round, he's going to win.
I mean, I thought the rules were you've got to back them to 2 golfers, but I mean, that's just.
You know the rules. Like you spending money all you want.
I mean, the rules are you've got to pick at least 2 golfers, but I mean, it's trying to play by the rules. That's whatever. I'm
Is
100
it
points clear anyway now, so fine.
is
Base,
it yeah? Is it you have to pick two golfers or you have to pick two bets?
um,
Why
I'll
not
allow
push
two bets.
Can I have a 5 point win on Scottie and another 5 point win on Scott?
it?
Like a kid for that, so forward to elbow one line.
One pair
I
of
can't,
aces. And,
I can't deny it after I've been duped accordingly.
Could throw one 5 point win as a saver and then the 5 point win on
On a wide to
to be
wire.
leading after the first round, but or maybe
no,
About
10.
5 point double on Scottie Scheffler and Bitcoin dominance.
yeah, definitely not fancying putting that dirty Rory McIlroy in double.
Why is
My
he?
dirty.
Why is he?
Hey, just gone for the dirty appearance money.
He's gone to watch a bit of cricket.
Dirty appearance money.
He would you be voting for him for Sports Personality of the Year, Marv?
I I'd have to look at the list of who else is, but I think that Formula One, if that is it, Lando
Rory's
Norris.
even Rory's even money favourite.
If yeah, recency bias. Sorry, people be thinking of the F1 driver more,
Rory's going to win it.
and
F1 always gets so many votes. Like,
that's what I mean. It does help. I agree. That's
like,
it.
it's such a shit.
Lando Norris 5. Do you know it's a good bet? Luke Littler 14-1. He's won everything on tour this year.
Yeah, that was
He was young.
so.
He was young. Whatever last year. Young sports personality, whatever it's called. Littler 14-1 is a huge price.
Yeah,
Do you know his second? Do you want to guess his second favorite? I mean, you wouldn't guess.
I'm looking at the odds. So
All right.
Uh,
So Rory McIlroy, you can get 11% with Ladbrokes, and that's very big.
what did you say?
Second
Lando
favorite,
Norris is
5-1.
okay. So he's your third favorite, is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
I would second
You wouldn't guess this with 50.
if is it a woman footballer?
oh,
Yeah.
pretty good.
You still won't know any names.
No, I couldn't give you a name.
Do you know who Chloe Kelly is?
No.
No. All I know is that after they won, she went viral because she said something like, "It was so good. It was so nice. We had to do it twice." And everyone's like, "Who the fuck's this?" Not him.
Is she the one that scored the winning penalty? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, but she's a striker.
yeah.
Well,
It's a job.
if the BBC push her, then she might win it.
But I mean, look at what happened with Mary Earps, right? She won it what 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then she released a book this year. And everyone's like, "Who the fuck is this girl thinking?" She's thinking she's fucking Pele. And I mean, she retired. She got dropped for a squad. I retired. That's me done. What are you talking about? The girl who replaced her, Hannah Hampton, saved. She made some big saves in the Euros this summer. She's like, I think she's fourth favorite. But how can Chloe Kelly be anywhere near? I mean, if Lando Norris wins the F1 World Championship, like, I get it. He's going to be well backed because for some reason, anything motorsport based as well.
Mm.
I remember like where one of the first ever celebs, like Cal Fogarty, won it. Like, who the fuck gives a shit? Who cares about superbikes? And he won easy. Lewis Hamilton won it.
Easy.
I think Lewis Hamilton's won it twice as well. I think he's not wanker.
Yeah, I was used to it all the time. Yeah, I don't know who likes F1.
Anything with an engine. No, I just don't give a shit. Chloe Kelly cannot be a bigger personality than Rory McIlroy. Do you know what I mean? In my head, sports personality is like big presence, big character, someone who's dominated their sport and is a huge name.
Oh, I've seen her before. She's just got that annoying looking face.
Yeah, she left the field going, it was so nice. We had to do it twice. And I was like, oh, do you think she is? Like, well, she got absolutely destroyed on Twitter for about a week. And but there are a lot of these, like, dare I say it, woke left wing types who are going to vote for, especially the women's footballer. No, you're going to be nice to her, yeah. We want parity. Shit about women's football. Nobody cares.
Here's a question. Then I saw this earlier today. Who should win PGA Tour Player of the Year?
Scottie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To go win the Open. It's all right winning the PGA, fair enough. To win the Open, first, what was it last week? First trip to Port Royal Portrush. I think he won 7 times. Just ridiculous. Order of merit. I don't think it's even comparative, because you think McIlroy Ryder Cup doesn't count in terms of the PGA Tour Player of the Year. He won the Irish Open. McIlroy won a lot of these tournaments when he should not have been in the positions he's had. Like, fair enough, I was all in Dubai, right? He should have won that tournament. He's 2 up with 8 to play. So not say that he was. What do you say? He was 7 clear of Rose entering the turn. He's ended up going to a playoff. He went to a playoff for the Players. He scrambled. He scrambled home in so many tournaments this year. Scottie won pretty much with ease. I don't think it's ease. Did Scottie play in a playoff this year? Don't think so.
that's a good question. That
I don't think Scottie got to a playoff. He closed them all out beforehand.
I'm just looking at the nominees.
When Scottie nudged ahead in any tournament, it was like game over. Shut it out.
No one chases him down. Like, once he has the lead.
I was going to say the Patrick Mahomes of golf, but I think Chiefs had a bad start to the year.
We've got
Chiefs going to miss the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they 6-6, Hep? Chiefs
6-6, and they've got a very tough match this Sunday. If they lose that, they're basically gone.
Where's the Hep money going?
Well,
last time you gave us an anchor head, you had 2 out of 5. Was it 2 out of 5 winners?
Yeah. Well, I don't know for this week, but for the Super Bowl, like, the Rams were the best team, but then they lost to the fucking Panthers last Sunday. But
from Carolina.
It's an interesting season. It's very, very wide open this season. There's no superstar teams. Bills have fallen back, Chiefs have fallen back, Ravens have fallen back, Eagles have fallen back, Lions have fallen back.
Tell you what, fair bit of grey getting into that beard now, Marv.
Yeah, it definitely needs to shave. It's a bit of length to it now.
Can't see any odds for this PGA Player of the Year now.
Yeah, see, the 4 nominees are Fleetwood. I can't even say the third guy's name. Come on, why is he in there? Ben Griffin, really?
You Mr. Idiot.
McIlroy and Sheffield. So the
Ben Griffin standing up for that war is like Paul Collingwood getting an MBE.
Like, why?
Like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Like, rookie. Here's a question: Rookie of the Year. I think it's a case of, have you ever heard of them? Yes or no? Michael Brennan.
No idea who he is.
Stephen Fisk. I think I want to say I've heard of Fisk.
I tipped Stephen Fisk a few times. He's a big hitting guy. I think he's 24, good player, but he's not rookie of the year. But shit.
William Mew.
No idea.
Oh.
Pajita's on the list as possible rookie.
He's rookie of the year. And to win on tour as a 21-year-old.
Ben Campbell as well in one of them.
Yeah, Carl Phillips. No idea.
Todd Giddy, he skipped the college system, or he dropped out of uni to go and play golf. Whereas they all played the college stuff, right? He had the courage of his convictions. The problem is, right, we were blessed with that. The college system churning out that era of Hovland, DeChambeau, Morikawa, and the next batch of guys after that. So when you don't get a rookie year season of like good players winning tournaments,
Two weeks ago, I did a head-to-head round bet about Andrew Novak. He shot a -7 and lost to that Brennan who shot a -8. Like, how is that fucking possible?
I mean, Novak was favourite, wasn't he, entering the third round of that tournament? And just
Yeah, that's
disappeared.
what round two. He was Brennan was evens first round. I think Novak was like -5, so yeah, head to head. And yeah, he
Let me
lost
know
to
how.
we shot -7 and lost.
I think we know how Chris got a few quid back last week. Then, man, I mean, we're going to finish up now. Talk about bollocks. Give the 7 listeners out there your two tips for the week. In fact, you're going to back 2 different. In theory, you got about 2 different golfers. Well, just think 9 points on Sheffield and put a point on double.
Well, yeah, I could do
PTA
that.
and Scottie.
Okay, I'll just go. Can't really go a point each way on Pagita because that's could end up with less back than a total stake. I will just go 2-point win on Pagita and an 8-point win on Scottie.
I will be spending that money on just for men for beards. And I'm going to have 2.5 points each way on Pakiti at 30s and 2.5 points each way on Tristan Lawrence at 33s. A South African will win this week at the Nedbank. Might be Gary Higo, hoping it's one of my 2 boys. Pep?
Lamprecht at 55s in the Nedbank, and then didn't even mention it, but going for Nicholas Moller, the Dane, also at 55s.
Who?
Nicholas Nogard Moller.
Oh, Moller. Yeah, shit.
He's a pretty good player at 55s.
He's all right. He's a bomber. So I know
he is a particularly good fit, but I think he's a pretty good man for the what his odds are. So 2.5 points on each of those, both at 55s. Try and nick a place.
The guy who's probably the best golf tipster points out the fact that on GTA, before his treble that I mentioned, he was trading at 1.42. That treble last week was unbelievable. And he still didn't unravel. But he's tipped Gary Higo. He's got a great chance. Let's see. So yeah, we'll be back next week.
As I got my light fixed.
You have got your light fixed.
Yeah. 2 years later.
Got that spreadsheet fixed, Hep. I mean, you've been married for about 2-3 months, so you've got to do some fucking DIY now.
Cash in that quick money, fix the light bulb.
Are you cashing that XRP money yet?
No, I still riding high, baby.
Hep will not declare his earnings whatever the podcast until XRP hits $3. Tune in, come back in February to see what the portfolio sticks at. But we're hoping for an Nedbank winner being South African. Marv is hoping for a Scottish Scheffler, the 3P, and Hep is hoping for an XRP spike. I've been Twig, he's been Marv. We'll see you all next week on the Millie Golf Show.